It has been almost a year since I did a video about these 3D printed LED panels. And I've been struck by inspiration once again to create a different design of 3D printed LED panels. One day, while scrolling Pinterest, searching for ideas like one normally does, I came across this image of, I think they are clay wall tiles or something like that, and thought to myself, I wonder if I can make it in a LED panel. It looked like a shape that I could make it multiple pieces and they would fit nicely together, interlocking to each other. So yeah, that's how the idea was born. And since the last time, I have some experience working with modular LED panels. The kind of process was very familiar and easy for me, so principle is very much the same as the previous ones I did. If you follow that video, if you've seen that, and wiring is pretty much the same. The panels, like the previous ones, work with these magnetic Pogo pin connectors. There is 3 on each of the panels, one for incoming data and then 2 sharing the power and data to the next 2 additional tiles that you can add to the one. So that's the project. Let's go into the details. The design process was quite easy, as I used the image from Pinterest as a canvas to trace over the shape, just to make sure all the geometry was correct and precise, so the shapes locked into each other precisely. And yeah, rest of it was just extruding and make the right holes for the connectors, and yeah, that was quite easy. The hardest and the scariest part of doing projects like this, of course, is doing the wiring. But if you ever worked with addressable LEDs, it shouldn't be too hard for you. But I'm gonna show you how to wire one of them, as they are all the same. So if you've done one, rest of them will be super easy. So let me show you how I'm doing this. So here I already have pre-cut and pre-installed LED strips. Each of the LED strips are 11 pixels long. So when setting up our WLED software, when it's asking for the length of the LED strip, we're gonna set it as 11, and no need to change it after. Even if you add multiple of these LED panels, it's always gonna remain at 11, as all of these segments gonna share the same data pin, so it's always gonna remain at 11 pixels long. Hope it makes sense. Let's get into wiring. So first of all, we're gonna need 3 of these Pogo pin connectors. I have 2 male connectors and 1 female connector. Links for all the hardware used in this project I will have down in description. Of course, we're gonna need addressable LED. This one is 8 millimeters wide. I know I usually use the bendable S-shaped one, but that I usually buy on AliExpress, and the shipping times to Ireland is just awful. It takes about months to ship. This I get from Temu, and the quality is great, and it's actually very thin and bends quite easily as well. So yeah, it's perfect for this kind of project. As for the wiring, I'm using these pre-cut LED connection wires. They are pre-cut to 10 centimeters. They are Teflon coated, only the tips are exposed, so it's very handy for these kind of LED projects. Makes the life of soldering and connecting things super convenient and easy. To power and control our LED panels, gonna be using one of these pre-built WLED controllers from GLEDOPTO that already comes with WLED software pre-installed, and has mic built in by default, so no extra hardware needed to make it sound reactive. So first I start with adding 3 of these silver wires at the back of the female Pogo pin connector, and the other end of the wire is gonna be soldered to the start of the first LED strip. But before that, I need to add 2 more wires to the data wire. That's the middle one. So I need to split the signal to the rest of 2 LED strips because it shares the same signal. So I do that by adding another 2 wires at the end of the data wire here and twist the ends together. Need to twist just the very ends, and I will apply some solder to it. That's it. I add some solder to bond them together. So they're all nice and soldered together. That's how our data wire looks like. And this is gonna connect at the start of the first LED strip. And these 2 gonna go to the start of the second 2 other LED strips. Now I can add the Pogo pin connector in the whole design. There is 3 holes at 3 sides of the panel. One is for, of course, incoming signal, and then 2 rest of them to pass through the signal to the other LED panels that you're gonna add later. So here I have soldered already the first LED strip with ground positive and the bundled up data wire with 2 additional data wires being free for now. I'm gonna solder them to the starts of the rest of the 2 LED strips. There is a hole in the middle that connects all 3 of the segments of the panels for easy wiring. So let's get to the next step. Now I have already passed through the data wires to each of these segments. So what we need to do again is add additional wire to each of these data wires that we're gonna pass through to the next Pogo pin in each of these segments. So need to split the signal again from here to keep going to the next Pogo pin that will connect to the next panel, and so the data is always feeding in the same place, always, even through the Pogo pins. It's always gonna feed to the middle of the next panel, and so on and so on. So let's do that. Let's twist again 1 wire to each of these. I have added the 2 wires here. Now it's split from here to have additional wire that will go to the Pogo pin connector for the outgoing signal. And this connection spot is going to be soldered to the start of each of these LED strips. So let's do that. There I have the data wires connected. Now we can tackle the power, since it's not as important for the power from where I source it from the start or the middle of the first strip. I'm gonna do it from the second soldering point to make the job much easier. That's the LED strips all wired up now. Now you just need to add 2 of the rest Pogo pin connectors to wire these 2 outgoing connectors. Data of course always gonna be in the middle, but for the positive and negative we're just gonna wire them opposite of whatever way we did the first connector. So if the positive was on the left side, now we have to do the positive on the right side. Since the data we already had sorted the wire for that, I added the power wires to the second soldering pad of the LED strips for the outgoing Pogo pins. There, everything's finally wired up. We have 2 male Pogo pin connectors and the main incoming female Pogo pin connector there. Looks a wiry mess, but it all can be glued down with a hot glue gun, so nothing comes off and everything stays in place. And now we just have to test it. So let's do that. To power the LED panels, I'm gonna be using this 3-core 22 gauge cable that has one of the Pogo pins connected at the end. This is a 3D printed housing I've done to house the Pogo pin connector that can be nicely soldered in there. I'm gonna have the file for the 3D printed housing added as well down in description. For the power, I'm gonna be using this 8 amp power adapter just because that's the only one I have laying around. And that looks like success. Looks like we did all the wiring correctly. And these are the front plates printed in 1mm thick white PLA. These little tabs are supposed to hold our Pogo pins in place. This cutout is gonna go over the wiring of the Pogo pins. This hole is going over the middle hole wiring, and these rest of the tabs are meant to hold the front plates in place without falling off easily, to add some friction. And there you have it, a finished LED panel. And that's how the panels look with the front plates added, with the light from LEDs diffused nicely. And now that I have printed and wired up more than 1 LED panels, let's see the connectors in action. Works like magic. That's too easy. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, press the like, consider subscribing, and if you want to print and build your own LED panels like this, I will have the files on my Ko-fi account. Yeah, head over there. When you download, I will have a PDF file with a wiring diagram and the shopping list for hardware included. in the download. So thank you for watching, and I see you next time.